Okay, I've got 5 o'clock. If you're agreeable, I'll do a quick roll call and turn the meeting over to you.
Thank you.
All right, so I've got Jay Bombara,
Present.
Jim Calciano,
Here.
Sally Hadson-Bueller,
I'm here as well.
Michelle Phelan,
I'm here.
Evan Honeyman,
Here.
Liz Gemske,
Here.
Ted Sanford.
Here.
And I'll note for the record that John Renahan informed us previously that he will not be in attendance this evening. So that is everyone.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. I will now call to order the virtual meeting of the Town of Farmington Historic District Commission for Tuesday, October 18th, 2022 at 5:01 p.m. And this should be a fairly quick meeting this evening. Mr. Secretary, could you please read the entire public notice into the record?
Town of Farmington, Farmington Library's application for a temporary certificate of appropriateness to install wireless bridge on the exterior of 71 Main Street and 2 School Street.
All right, that should be fine. Thank you very much. So for our first and only public hearing this evening, Mr. Rush is here on behalf of the Town of Farmington and Farmington Libraries. If you could please just state your name and the addresses you're representing for the record. We are familiar with this application, but if you could just share with us any additional context, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're unmuted, but we can't hear you. That's interesting.
Brian, are you there? Yeah, I can see you.
How about now?
There we go.
Sorry about that. I had it in my headset. By the way, Chris Lindquist is also on the call. He's the director of Farmington Libraries.
Thank you.
So the two are, I'm Brush. The two addresses I think are 2 School Street and 10 Church Street.
I've got it as 71 Main Street, 2 School and 71 Main.
Yeah. So what we're looking to do is put 2 medium-sized wireless dishes in the 2 buildings to enable network communication between the 2 buildings. The schools currently have that connects all their school buildings, and we're looking to piggyback on their existing fiber connections to be able to save us some money to eliminate a Comcast connection and also get better service to Barney Library.
Okay.
So the place on the 2 buildings we're thinking about putting them is, under the eave on Barney Library, and then on the front of Noah Wallace School in the corner of the building there. There's a little thing that comes out on that part of the building, and we're gonna try to tuck it back in the corner there.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. We'll open it up to questions and comments from commissioners. We'll start first with Mr. Bombara.
Thanks. Just could you just give a description of the size of the disc, and then what the mounting will look like as well, assuming there's some kind of mounting?
Yeah, so it's a 16-inch dish in diameter. The mounting is going to be behind it, so you probably won't be able to see any of the mounting. You probably won't be able to see any cabling on Barney Library. On Noah Wallace, there's an existing hole that comes into the building. I don't know if you can go back over to there. So everything, if you go down, you see the cables that are over to the right a little bit. They come out of the building somewhere over by this window, and our plan is to go follow those cables up to the little ridge there, or the discoloration of the brick there, and put a black or brown kind of like we're either going to use black cable and attach it directly to the building, or use some kind of black or brown conduit to enclose the cable that goes over to the dish.
Okay, so in addition to, you're going to have the saucer if you will. You're gonna have some kind of metal bracket behind it, right?
Right.
To the building. And then you're gonna also have, and that was another question, is there additional wiring? The wiring, you're gonna be able to put flat against the building. So it'll enter in about where those existing wires enter in the building?
Yeah, that's correct.
There is the gutter there. You have to figure out how to go around that, but, I mean, if this is something you need, I guess that's all the only questions I have for now, Evan. Thanks.
Thank you. Ms. Phelan?
I don't have any questions right now. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Gemsky?
No questions for me either, thanks.
Thank you. Mr. Calciano?
No questions here.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sanford.
No questions.
Thank you, Ms. Hatzenbuehler.
No, I'm all set as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Are there any other questions or comments from commissioners? Hearing none, if anybody from the public is on and would like to be heard on this application, please raise your Zoom hand and Shannon will unmute you.
Okay, again, if anyone is called in, please raise your hand using the function in Zoom and you'll be acknowledged to address the commission. Mr. Chair, there are no hands raised.
Okay, thank you. Hearing none, is there a motion on this application?
I do have one question. I just thought of something.
Sure, go ahead.
Is there any chance that the color of that disc, we can't do color, but is there any way it could be like a brownish color where it wouldn't even stick out at all? But if you can't, you can't. Just a
No, unfortunately, the electronics that are behind this, if you put some kind of coating on top of that dish, it'll affect the performance of it.
all right. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions?
Evan,
Okay,
I'll make a motion that we approve the application, grant certificate of temporary appropriateness in accordance with the application as submitted.
thank you very much. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on the motion?
Evan, if I can, I'll just say, I support this, and I thank the people that work in the town and the library for trying to continue to find ways to improve services as well as reduce costs. It would be obviously preferable not to have these kind of things on buildings, but it's technology. It's just the world we live in, and I think that it's appropriate, in my view, that we make this compromise or allow this for this particular purpose.
Thank you very much. Any other discussions on the motion? Okay, all right, hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye and raise your hand.
Aye.
All opposed, please say aye. Hearing none, any abstentions? Hearing none. All right, the motion passes. Thank you very much, Mr. Rush.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, moving along. So that concludes our public hearing for the evening, and on to other business. As you're all aware, this is Ms. Hatzenbuehler's last meeting. She's joining us from Washington State this evening. And I wanted to take this time to thank Sally for serving on the commission and for her dedication to the town of Farmington, not only on this commission, but she has served on other commissions throughout her years in town. And so thanks for your dedication to Farmington and to the historic district, and thanks for your service on the other commissions. I wish you the best of luck. Hope you can spend time with your family and your grandchildren, and I hope to serve with you again at some point.
Great. Thank you very much, Evan. Appreciate it.
And this also is my last meeting, as you're all aware, and I just wanted to thank all the commissioners, members of the historic district, as well as town staff. Shannon and Sandy, you both have been absolutely incredible, and there's no way I would have made it through these 2 years without both of you. And to the commissioners, keep up the great work. Keep fighting for the historic district. And as I said, with Sally, I hope to serve with all of you again at some point. Thank you for the opportunity to serve our great town of Farmington and in the historic district.
I would also like to echo my comments regarding Evan. I've really appreciated your commitment and your leadership, as well as your professionalism, and I've enjoyed being on this commission with you. I want to thank Shannon as well for keeping us on track and making sure these meetings the collaborative effort keeps going, and as well as the commissioners. I know we haven't met in person, but I feel like I've gotten to know you a little bit in terms of, the values that you bring for the town of Farmington and the district. I'm kind of old fashioned in that protocol is important to me. And I think having the protocols and keeping the ones that we have and maintaining them is really priceless. And in a town like Farmington, which I've been here for almost 37 years, it's been a great insight for me to see how that works and how that happens. And so I wish continued success for everybody on this commission. Thank you.
Thanks, Sally. All right, moving on, we've got staff report, and Shannon does not have a staff report this evening. Is that correct?
That is correct. But Mr. Chair, Ms. Gemske has her hand raised if you're interested.
Yep, sorry.
That's okay. I just wanted to say thank you and best of luck to you both. Hope your future has good laid plans ahead, and best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank
I
you.
second that too. Thanks for saying that.
And ditto.
Thank you all. It is kind of crazy to think we haven't had an in-person meeting over 2 years.
2 years,
Yep.
Yeah, very strange.
Yeah. Okay, so we have no staff report, and just onto the meeting minutes from our last regular meeting on September 20th, 2022 to consider. Are there any comments or changes?
Evan, I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes as submitted.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I will second those.
All right, motion and second. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, please say aye. Hearing none, any abstentions? Hearing none. All right, the minutes pass. Well, thank you, everybody. This might be a record
That is a record.
for the quickest meeting. Thank you, everybody. Truly appreciate it, and I look forward to staying in touch and keep up the great work. The meeting is now adjourned.